What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Xclusive Tea Talk Show. It's your host, Jai.
And Kay.
And today we have a special exclusive episode for you guys. We have an episode entitled Exclusive Questions for the Guys. So these are our two guests. Go ahead and introduce you guys.
What's up, y'all? It's Greg. I'm here from Morehouse, from Oakland, California, though. Started my own podcast called High Intellect not too long ago. Got like 1 or 2 episodes. And yeah, let's get into it.
This is Mike, the big brother. Here supporting, the family, just checking in. Looking forward to seeing what the topic's about today.
Period. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first segment on our show that we do, if you guys watch, you already know, is our exclusive icebreaker questions game. So you guys can go ahead and dig in a bin and pull a question out and read it out loud for us.
All right, you want to go to first?
I'll go first. If you could have $200 million or true love forever, what would you choose and why? I would definitely say the $200 million. I've never had a problem finding true love, so we definitely gonna secure the bag.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what if you lose it?
Lose what?
$200 million.
No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
That's impossible.
I mean, it's not impossible. Stranger things have happened. But you get $200 million with your true love forever. But I feel it.
He said, nah, true love.
I ain't never. I found somebody to love. I'm pretty sure that somebody gonna love me. I got $200 million too.
It's not true love forever though.
That might be true.
It's gonna be as long as I got that money, and that's not running out.
Not a gold digger.
You're right. My focus wouldn't be those options. I'm definitely taking that money though. Just from past experiences, like I definitely take the bag. I didn't see it with being in love. It's like I ain't never had $200 million.
Okay.
All right, my question is, what is your deal breakers in a relationship? I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably if somebody can just make compromise, allow me to have my own time to do what I want to do, because I don't like just sitting up under somebody all day 24/7. Sometimes it's all right, but sometimes we gotta just do our own thing, go outside,
So you don't like clingy people?
I didn't say that because, some people are just naturally clingy. I just say you gotta be able to compromise, You could be clingy and still be able to compromise.
But you still want to do your own thing as well, right?
Not when I say my own thing, have our own schedules, I got school, you got your hobbies on the side, work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you don't want them to want to be all up under you all the time. You want to have your own space. So if they're too clingy, then that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into these questions.
Do it.
So are you guys in a relationship or a situationship? And if so, how long?
All right, I'm in a little situationship with somebody I met out here kind of recently. I don't know how, I can't say how recent, but but yeah, a little situationship.
Okay, how about you?
Tough question. Not so tough, but I definitely have a person. We definitely are figuring some things out, so I don't, we good, but it's definitely just trying to figure some things out. There is a person present, but
okay. So it sounds like y'all both are in situationships. Nothing is official.
So all right. So to put it like this, it was a relationship, but due to certain circumstances, it was like it kind of turned into a situationship. If you would say this, that's literally it.
So are you single?
Technically, yes, but I'm not out here moving like I am. Like if you just black and white, am I in a relationship? Yes or no? No, but am I just out here just in motion, windows down, hollering out the window, yo? No,
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. I feel it.
So, what would you say is one negative thing about you, and what would you say one positive thing about you?
All right, a negative and a positive. I'll say a negative is that sometimes I do need some space and get distance. I don't know. Like, I'll say a negative is, yeah, that for real. And I wouldn't say I get bored easy, but I mean, I just be having a lot going on. Have to move around sometimes, you know. Positive, I would say if I'm really close with somebody, my communication is like really good. Like it won't be no problems with any communication. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off with a positive. For me, I would say prioritizing my peace is a positive. You know, I'm a very calm person, especially knowing that females tend to come off a little bit more emotional than guys are. You know, I can handle those situations. How can I put this? I feel comfortable handling those type of situations. As far as a negative, I really take risks. For some situations, I do have the tendency of being stuck in my ways, like sticking to what I know from past experiences, not really, you know, trying to try anything new for real. Like I stay in my comfort zone, which can come off a certain type of way when dealing with somebody else. That's all I can really think of. I don't have too many negatives. I'm really a positive person. You know, at least I don't dwell on them.
Okay. I feel it. Okay, so do you guys want to get married, and what do you guys feel is the ideal age for guys to get married?
Marriage is definitely the end goal. I feel like if you dating, you should be dating to marriage. Like you shouldn't just be out here just wasting nobody's time. For me, I don't think it's a ideal time range. It has to, you know, like really make sense for the people that's involved. Make sure that the guy's in a good, comfortable space where he is in his life, and the same for the female. Like all the curiosity is out, the finances is straight, like everything's aligned. I feel like that can come at any given time. I didn't see people do it at 18. I didn't see people do it at 40. So it's like at age, it's hard to say an ideal age. Like for me, like if I wanted it, I mean, comfortably right now, I feel like if I find, like if things start aligning, that could definitely be within my future for sure. Like within the next couple of years, if things align.
So you feel like it's all out for you? The curiosity and everything?
Yeah, I ain't really, for me, ain't really nothing that I'm just curious when it comes to like dealing with females or dating or anything like that. I didn't have my fun, like for sure. I can definitely say I didn't have my fun for sure. I'm good.
Okay. How about you?
For me, I would say I want to get married. And like he said, I wouldn't put an age on it for real, because I mean, in life I don't have too many expectations, and I don't know what to expect. Like anything could happen, and I have seen it all too. Like young people getting married, or people getting married at an older age. It just happen whenever it happens. Like when the time is right, I'm gonna know. And yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Okay. So in y'all situationships right now, or whatever y'all have going on, do y'all see yourself marrying that person?
It's possible. It's not a reach. if, like I said, if things align, it's definitely possible. Like I'm in the space where I would want to do that. My finances are good. The curiosity is gone. So as far as, and I do feel comfortable dealing with that person. It's just the foundation just has to be solidified for me to make that commitment.
Gotcha.
For me, I mean, I don't know. I'm still young. It may be possible, but at the same time, like for me personally, I feel like it take a lot of time. Like when I say time, I'm talking about more time than people really think I'm talking about, to really like learn a person and know if you want to marry this person and spend the rest of your life with this person. So
it's a lifelong commitment. I feel like with getting married, you have to see, before you take that step, you need to see, y'all both need to see each other in every season. So
For sure. A lot of people. See, I see a lot of females putting time ranges on it though, like time limits, and they're making a mistake that it has to be done by this, but y'all not understanding to the aspect of a guy has, like, we're getting on our knee doing this, like it has to check out for us, like everything has to make sense. Like for us, no guy goes into a marriage or anything like that with the possibility of it ending. Like we make sure everything connects, like it's straight alignment, like this is for the rest of our life. That may take more time than the normal individual, so it's like that has to be considered. Sometimes it's not.
I mean, I definitely get that, but at the same time, a lot of times when I see, and not in all cases, but a lot of times when I see women putting a time limit on it, I feel like she wants to do everything correct herself. So it's like, okay, I want to get married and then I want to have kids, and you know, for us, we have like a time limit. So it's kind of like, if I'm kind of getting to that age, then it's like, what's going on?
I feel not. I mean, that's definitely understood. That ain't got nothing to do.
See, that's selfish. Wait.
No, I'm playing.
That is selfish.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's tough because I mean, I definitely agree with him when he says like it could take longer than usual. Like, no, it may not take a year or two for me to really. I mean, I see everything that I need to see within the first 2 years to be like, okay, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. And it's like I'm seeing people do that. Like they get in a relationship for 2 years, by what we ain't proposed or nothing by the third year. Oh, I'm out. Like,
yeah.
So it's like what do we do?
Yeah.
Like do we make that move to, you know, make y'all feel whole and complete, like as a wife, or do we consider ourselves and our feelings and our mindset and really do what we truly want to do? Like the end goal, it doesn't change. It's really just a matter of us just feeling comfortable about doing that. Like that's literally it.
2 years is a long time in my. Well, everything depends on y'all age, I guess.
So how long you feel like, if you was in a relationship, how long would you be a girlfriend before you're like, all right, I'm not a fiance, what are we doing?
At this age that I am right now?
Yeah.
Well, I still feel like I feel like I could get married young. So I would say maybe, because I turned 22 this year. Like, by the time I get around, like, 25-ish.
By the time you answer this, you can be married. You take it forever.
Listen, I'm trying to calculate it all out. That's about 3 years.
So you think you'll find somebody and be locked in and ready?
What are we doing?
I feel like you just gotta it depends on the people and it depends on the relationship.
Definitely does. So it's not that it's not possible. I don't want to make it seem like finding somebody in 3 years and y'all, you know, connect and he make that move is impossible. It's not. It's very much possible, but it's rare.
Yeah.
That's all. I want you to understand. That's like, especially we live in Atlanta. Like, You already know the stigma that comes behind Atlanta men, so you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I feel like in a perfect world, if everything checked out, that's how it would be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody if
I'm comfortable,
I'll be ready to go too.
He's comfortable, like, you know, but.
So everything checked out. You just need 3 years. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like you really kind of know somebody in 3 years.
Are you lit? Like, have you lived with this person within them 3 as well, or?
I would not live.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna live with you before we get married though. Like,
y'all not gonna see how that person.
If somebody got your own spot,
you can see.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be over there all the time anyway.
But I don't want to live with nobody until I'm married.
Facts.
Spend the night in the day to day is completely.
It's
different.
not just spend the night.
It's y'all real. Y'all can make compromises and figure out. All right, if you find out that he's more dirtier and you need to do a chore list and apply like certain chores for certain people, certain stuff for certain people, and then I feel like you can compromise and live smoothly.
You're right. Say that's true. I only got to compromise 2-3 days out the week. What happens when you're convinced by me being consistent with them 2-3 days, and then we move in together, and now 3 out of them 7 days a week, now you dealing with 4 days. He a bum.
I'm not. That's the thing.
But that's a
I will already know this.
Yeah. I'm about to say you're gonna know.
He already got his own
if
spot.
you're coming over, we're cleaning up our spot.
You don't know that. What if I pop up on you? You don't know that.
Even if you do pop up, before I open the door, I'm at least straightening up. Like I'm not just opening the door and it's just trash everywhere. I'm telling you how it can play out.
But it's not just spending a night. Like, you dealing with somebody heavy, like, I'm probably over there all the time. I'm just not living with you. Like, I am living with you, but I'm not. Like,
I mean, and he got to see it as well. Like, it go both ways. Like, trust me, it's beneficial. I'm not saying y'all get a house and y'all name together, but definitely, like, for me, I tried it out, and it was definitely beneficial. I saw what I disliked, I saw what I liked, and I saw what I was willing to deal with. So it gives you don't put it like this. You don't want to wait too long and then you get married and then you see how this person lives and it does not align with your living.
Yeah.
And that's why you ended the marriage? How he lived, his hygiene, like his
that's
little
just
things.
If he has no compromise at all. Like, if I brought it to you, a whole list of everything I don't like that you don't do.
You're talking about a man, he may be stuck in his ways, Kayla.
I'm not going to mess with a guy who's stuck in his ways. I'm going to already have examples in the past where it's like, all right, if you ain't compromise for this, and this, I know you're not going to compromise for anything else.
People switch up when they get married.
I ain't mine not for the switch up. I'm not finna date nobody who I just know that you not ever finna understand my point of view and not ever make a compromise.
I feel you. I would hope not.
Yeah.
Next question. What is y'all opinion on birthday makeup? And if you don't like your girl's makeup, how would you tell her?
The birthday makeup can be a lot. For me, as long as it looks good, I'm okay. If I didn't like it, I honestly, my face would tell it all. Like, I have one of those faces where you're going to see that I'm bothered before I say that I'm bothered. Mm-hmm. Like, so I would definitely try to, reassure her with love. I still love you. Like, but I think we can do a little bit better. I seen other looks, baby. Like, you didn't that before. We ain't got to do this. Like, I understand it's your birthday, but this a lot. Like, and I really don't care for, like, me personally, I don't care for it because I don't like when makeup get on my clothes. Like, I really don't. The flash, y'all take pictures, when y'all that flash is on, it's a whole different person. Like, I rather you be as natural as possible. You can have some enhancements, just a little bit, but a whole cake on your face.
So you don't like all the glitter and all of that. You prefer natural beauty.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna give with nobody that needs all that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. Like, it's if they feel like they need all of that, it's like, that's cool. But yeah, I definitely prefer like a natural beauty for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Birthday, special occasion, it might be all right. And how I feel, if you like it, I love it. No cap. I'm always feel like that because you don't want to tell nobody that their makeup don't look good and ruin their day, especially if they spend some money on it. And I mean, a lot of time on it, and they want it to be exactly how they want it to look. So yeah, you know. But at the same time,
I feel like that's the nice answer.
At the same time, like
I really didn't like it.
I let somebody know, like, I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but I just let somebody know that they don't need it. Like, I done seen them at points where they look good without it, and it's not needed for them to feel like at their best, basically.
Okay.
You don't need that, baby.
No.
So, if a girl wanted to pay on the first date, would you guys let her, or would you feel like that's taking away the responsibility and role of the man?
Definitely. First date, I feel like that's definitely a male's obligation. I wouldn't let the female. Well, one, it's one of those things. Usually, the male plans the first date. It's like, how you gonna plan something and expect somebody else to pay?
Right.
So, with that being said, it's like, no, that would never happen.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, for sure, I agree. My mom, she raised me right. On the first date, you don't let the female pay. I'm gonna pay for that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and then like moving forward, if she wanted to pay.
Oh yeah, she could definitely tap in. You just said the first date.
Yeah, the first date. If you want to treat me,
she could definitely tap in for sure.
Treat me
Okay.
for a good date, I'm down.
Come on now.
Okay, so describe the perfect first date as a guy.
So a perfect date for me right now, I would say we can go to Houston's or any type of steakhouse.
Okay.
Preferably Houston's. I like the pineapple steak. It is the playoffs, so afterwards we're gonna go check out my boy AE, a Minnesota game. We're gonna sit courtside so I can,
Okay, period, courtside.
make sure we sing, and make sure she have it on, make sure I have it on too.
Mm-hmm.
After the game, after the win, we probably gonna go out celebrate, get some spirits, some hookah or something, with a little nightcap vibe. Nothing too crazy, just taking the temperature, seeing which direction to go. We can go this way, we can go that way,
Mm-hmm.
But that would be the perfect date right now with what's going on.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, for me, a perfect first date, we'll probably end up walking outside somewhere and talking so we could pick at each other's mind, might end up watching something together. What else? We gotta get some food for sure. We're gonna get some food, eat good eats, watch some, walk, talk. Shoot, you never know. We could work out on a date too. We might end up on some type of workout together.
Dang, working out on the first date?
That's crazy.
You trying to make her work out on the first date?
Yeah, I'll take somebody on a hike on the first day. Have her in the mountains.
Ooh.
Not the mountain.
Dang.
Yep.
Okay. All right. If your girlfriend rejected your marriage proposal, would y'all continue the relationship?
Absolutely not. A marriage proposal consists of all my close friends, family, your close friends and family. If you deny me in front of all of them people, there's no comeback.
For one, you invited all them people, I'm finna say no. Because I don't want that many people at my proposal. I want mine way more intimate.
So you would say no just because of that?
You gonna say no because family and friends is there?
I'm gonna walk in and be like, and walk right back
She
out.
capping. You
I
want to
want
actually say no. You
If
would not
you
actually
husband
say
and you
My
watching
husband
this,
gonna know I don't want that. He gonna know I don't want that.
that's crazy.
I mean, so who do you want at your proposal?
Just me and you. And then,
The
whoever
cameraman.
help you set it up, y'all could be in the back, but y'all gotta hide. Because I feel I'm not gonna get my genuine reaction if everybody there. It's gonna be mad awkward. And I don't want my video to be awkward. I want it to be genuine. That's just me.
She capping her. She
Nah,
wouldn't
I
say
already
no.
told him don't do that kind of stuff. So if you go against my wishes, I already just bruh, what are we doing? I already told you I ain't want that.
But you wouldn't say
So
no.
you finna in the moment let your
No.
feelings win.
No.
Forget the fact that this man is on his knees
All these people in this room love
Don't
y'all
even do
and happy
that.
for y'all.
Don't bring
You
other
over
people
here,
in there.
don't do that.
No,
Like,
she not even cut like
man,
that. She
look,
would not
man,
say
look.
no.
Reconsider. Reach some lips.
Don't even do that then. Don't go against my wishes. If he know me and he love me for real, he would not put me in no situation like that.
If he love you for real.
And know me and know how I want to like go about
I
that.
feel like if he
and I
love you for real,
couldn't.
he gonna put you in the same room with the people that love you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Only
don't
y'all
like
two
that.
there is
And then
a bit
whoever
weird.
helped you set it up, I mean, at that point, you had to get my closest people
Alright,
to help you.
so what you do after
But
you say yes?
No more than 5 people.
What you do after you say yes?
So now it changed because first you said
But
only
he
you
said,
and
he said
him.
all his
Now you
closest
saying
family
5 people.
and friends. That's at least 10 plus people already.
So
That's
Depending
too
on
many.
y'all family and y'all friends.
How many close friends you got? Did you invite?
how many close friends that I have?
Yeah.
I
and
would
family.
definitely have friends gonna be at least like 10, 15.
Oh no.
See, yeah, now that's a bit much. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah.
I want mine intimate as well, but like I have a small family and I have a small group of friends
intimate.
too.
Y'all got y'all whole marriage to be intimate.
I mean, it's not even just that. I feel like I want my video to have a genuine reaction. Like all of those people there is gonna be mad awkward and uncomfortable for me. So it wouldn't be real. So I feel like
So if I'm there, it ain't real. That's crazy.
no, it's not real.
Crazy.
For 15,
I'm
10
the
people,
brother. That's
too many.
crazy. I
too
mean,
many.
so you gotta think his mom, dad,
Nah.
your mom, dad. That's 4 people already. Your best friend, that's 5.
That's all
Where
you
does
need
me
right
and
there.
Roddy come into people?
That's all I need right there.
That's
Them 5
crazy.
Cause after the fact, it's like
know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying.
have like an announcement kind of thing. You're gonna have time to celebrate the moment with
You want
me.
no
So
announcement?
it's just like I want it way down to 5 people. That's
If
what I'm at.
if I'm not at your
You probably gonna be the one who helping.
Okay, yeah,
So
because
it's like-
that's like that would be insane. And at that point, it's like he's like
If
you
somebody
trying to
denies my
isolate me.
proposal, I'm not continuing that relationship.
Yeah, you didn't even answer the
I'm not gonna
question.
lie.
Fact,
But
we're just
no,
talking over
but no,
here.
for
So
sure.
what if she say like,
I
no,
thought
I do
about
want to
that.
get married, but I'm not ready. So that's why I say no.
Facts.
Well,
But I feel like you should know your girl. But keep going.
You're not ready.
why would I? Yeah, I was gonna
We-
say I shouldn't even have to be in that
Yeah,
situation. where if I'm proposing.
ain't no guy gonna take. Well, I ain't gonna say that. It's some green beans
Yeah.
out there. It is some green beans. Ain't no real man. A real man to know. Like
Yeah.
signs definitely tell. Like you know when that woman is yours when she's ready. Like y'all have those type of conversations. Like I'm not just going out on a limb and getting on my knee hoping that this girlfriend to say I do. Like no. Like I it's so for me. I'm gonna know before I do it. Like me getting the ring is like, all right, we didn't have this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm handling business
Nah,
now.
yeah, if she
Like,
says she's not ready,
me getting the ring
That's
will
the
not
best
be the
time.
first time we talk about this, so I know how you feel about me. Like there's gonna be times we laid up. Like how you feel about marriage? Like you trying to be my wife? Like what we doing? Like depending on the responses and answers I get, that's gonna let me know if
Yeah.
I need to run into Jared or not. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or any type of jurist or in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely signs would definitely tell. So I don't feel like I would take the step on a female that's not ready. So if she told me that, no, still no, ain't no comeback. Like that's like if you tell me that, that's real deal BS. Like you feeding me anything. Like no,
How would y'all feel? What would that do for like
that's
a
embarrassment.
guy's
That's what I'm saying. We
ego?
can't-
Like
ain't no comeback from that. I ain't gonna lie, you gonna
I'm not
wait.
coming back
I ain't
from
gonna lie, you gonna turn me in the future. I'm a what? I probably may never. That's traumatizing.
that would be so
Like,
messed
that's
up.
traumatizing.
Even if I was gonna say no to a guy, I feel like
So you don't
I
even
would say
propose that much times in life?
yes.
Come on, now, like
don't even propose that much times in life.
you get denied the first time. You think that I'm about to sit there and risk it happening again? Like it's
Yeah,
different for a
traumatizing.
person that's done it and was successful. A person that has experienced the denial, that's a different type of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like you're like, dang, do I want to do this again?
Do I
Yeah.
wanna do
Like
this?
I remember how I felt the days
Yeah.
afterwards. I remember not being able to sleep and eat and seeing the comments on Instagram going viral for the wrong man.
Bro, don't release the video.
I don't know if I'm opening that.
You gotta make everybody sign. You gotta make everybody sign something.
Everybody's phone.
No, you gotta make them sign something.
I confiscated phones at the end of the day.
Somebody posted the video.
Man, Diddy footage came out from years ago. Your proposal was going viral.
Man. That's the reason.
That's $1 million.
But hey, if it was intimate, it wouldn't. Cause who gonna leak it?
Facts.
See y'all worried about the wrong. That's why y'all worried about the intimacy.
Nah,
No.
I just you're not finna catch me being a simp for real. Like, no, it's just
Who
gonna
is
be me.
you?
That's why at my wedding, no phone rule, and I'm confiscating all phones. I'm gonna have
You're
security
crazy.
walking around.
Who
No lie.
crazy.
I'm gonna have security.
Girl, wait.
You gonna get escorted out if they catch you with a phone.
I'm
That's
definitely
crazy.
flex my big brother card that day. You know who I am? You know who I am? Like, what?
That's insane. But I feel like you just a messed up person if you really sit there and tell somebody no. So like, I would at least say yes and then in private tell you like no. But in front of everybody, like you just
That's crazy. At least if you're gonna tell me no, when you do spin back, at least like, all right, I told you no for this reason. It's still possible, but this has to take place. Don't like at least let the end goal still be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like propose, get on one knee. I done made a post on social media and
Yeah.
it's like everybody like, when the wedding?
yeah.
Ain't no wedding. Man,
Yeah.
Don't nobody want that. At least let the wedding still be somewhere down the line.
Right.
That's all I ask. You may not be feeling it right then and there, but it's like, I mean, well then at the same time, you're not getting married right then and there. So
Yeah,
it's like,
you're not.
dang,
Yeah,
if you ain't ready, when you gonna be ready?
Right.
What is it gonna take?
because it
But-
don't happen until like at least
All
a
in
year.
all, to answer your question, black and white, no.
Okay.
Not
I done
yet.
seen girls say no before, like everything was good, and then they seen the ring, and it was like, what is that?
I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna make me not like it too. I'll take that, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it,
That's
sweetheart.
money out my pocket.
Come on now, don't worry about it, sweetheart. We gonna cash this out. Like, don't worry about it.
For sure.
You talking about you gonna be ungrateful on day one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
like that's like I can't ignore that red flag. I can't ignore that. Like, there's a possibility of me getting you another ring. Like, this is not the ring you're gonna have the rest of your life. So for you to react like that in the moment, yeah, I can't ignore that. Let me get that back. I need that. I need that.
What if it's like this? I ain't gonna lie. If it was like itty video, I probably would say no. Cause like that's when you playing with me. Like, where's the real ring?
That's why I said the finances gotta take out. It gotta make sense.
Can't
When
just
it
do
do, that's not a possibility.
Exactly.
Like, that's not a possibility when the finances take out. Now, if you get that and you know he loaded, then that's your red flag.
yeah, right.
Don't ignore that red flag.
For
Like,
real.
don't ignore that. Like, oh, you got money, you ain't willing to spend it on me. Like, this is the wedding ring, my G. What you got the money for?
Right.
Right. So yeah, that's y'all red flag. Our red flag is if I may not be loaded, but I came up with something. I put money to the side, like, and I put all this together. Don't do me like that.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on the size of the ring. I can swap that out.
Yeah.
I honestly, the female accepting that. Then when I come up, I gotta
Trick
10
her out.
times that. Like, I'm finna put someone on the hand that's gonna weigh it down. Like, you stay down for the come up. That's real. Like,
Yeah.
especially like if I'm willing to marry you, that the reward is definitely gonna be worth it. Like, I took you took a risk on me. You believed in me. You thought I was worth the wait. Like, that means something to a man. Like, we appreciate that kind of stuff. We pay attention to that. So it's like, if she did that, yeah, that's raps.
Yeah.
Raps.
I feel it.
I say raps, but it's definitely not gonna be the same. I'll say that. Like, I can't look at you the same because it's like I worked hard for that. This was the best that I could do for the moment, and your reaction basically just it hurt me. Like,
Yeah.
hurt. I ain't trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to deal with that.
Dang. Okay. So, who do y'all think men typically vent to when going through a dark time in their life?
All right. See, for me personally, I feel like everybody is gonna be different, but it depends on who's in your life and like how close you are to them. Like, I'll talk to my mom, about a certain situation, but you really got to know who you're talking to too, because like you don't want nobody just going around telling your business. You feel me? Like
talking.
so yeah, it's different type of conversations I have with different people. I talk to moms about certain things, or I talk to the homies about certain things, or I talk to Shorty about certain things. You feel me? It just depends on what I'm talking, what I feel like getting off my head, basically.
Okay.
Exact same. There's a person I've been to for every type of situation. Like when I'm all over the place, I'm definitely calling my mom first because she's gonna lead with the reassurance. She's gonna calm me down, put me in a state where we can, have a conversation. I can talk to her, she can understand, rather than I'm calling somebody else and it may not go as planned. They may say something that trigger me, and I'm mad at that on top of what I'm calling you about. So it's like definitely it's situational. Like I got homies that I call for certain stuff. My parents that I call for certain stuff, but I mean it all depends on who you really can trust. Like for the most part, I wouldn't say I'm just a private person. Like I definitely know the benefits of like being open, like communicating, not bottling stuff in. But you gotta also, like you said, know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Because people take your information and go run the next person, not thinking nothing of it. And I didn't tell them, I told you.
Right.
So you just gotta know.
Yeah, I feel it. So why do you guys feel that so many men in this generation are so emotionally unavailable?
Past trauma. I feel like every guy is taking a chance, at least like to some extent. Like we just don't come out of the womb just cold-hearted. Like it's definitely like past trauma, like previous experience that we don't necessarily want to risk feeling like that again. Because like for me, I've been like down bad, crying in the closet, like mama saved me, like hurt before over a female, and it's like.
But y'all hold on to stuff for so long. Like I've heard guys say before, like I got cheated on in middle school.
Nah, that's
like wait.
Nah, I ain't moving like that. That's petty.
At this age?
Probably like this didn't happen to me before, but like what I've heard, like probably like 20 years old. Yeah, you still talking about?
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, me personally, I just don't like it because of what like really come with it for real. Like I don't like the process. You tend to lose sleep. You're not eating the same. Like you going through a lot of unnecessary stuff that you didn't have to go through. So I don't care for it for
Okay.
Yeah, I would say trauma too, for sure. Like I think there's some people that just they don't want to feel certain situations, like certain emotions, because it just take them away from whatever they got going on or they got to get through throughout the day.
Okay, so basically, if a guy gets hurt, then that's just gonna like mess up the pattern. Like
it's not completely, because I definitely learn from it. Like some guys hold on to it, some guys can take it and learn from it. I've been in several relationships since that situation has happened, so it hasn't prevented me from taking a chance on a female again. It's just like I'm a little hesitant when it comes to certain stuff, like within the relationship. Like I'm not doing all the arguing, like all of that extra stuff that leads to that type of emotion. Like anything that leads to that or I know can lead up to that, I'm gonna stray away from, just because I know what comes with it.
No, yeah, exactly like that. Like, you know, in some relationships, you might feel like you could be emotional, but I don't know. Honestly, I feel like men not supposed to be emotional with their partner for real. Like, you could do that with your mama or like, you know, maybe a friend or something, but I don't know.
I disagree.
It's just different. I feel like it'd be different Like, I ain't gonna say like they look like try to take advantage of you or nothing, but you're
Yo,
just supposed to be
girl,
the man for real.
You're not with the right person if that's what
hella
you,
emotional.
Nah,
if that's how you feel.
You should definitely feel comfortable coming to your partner. Now, I will say, as a man, you don't tell your partner everything. Like I ain't saying like lie or omit. Like if they ask specifically like something, like you have an obligation to answer that question. But it's like you definitely have to you got to think about it. If tables would turn, how would you feel if she didn't come to you?
Yeah.
So it's like you when you got that mindset, it's like, okay, this is my partner. I'm with you because I obviously thought this, that, and the third. So it's like, this is how I feel at the time. You got to be able to express yourself to her. If you can't, then that's your sign that, like she said, this is not for you. Like you essentially, you'll be with somebody that where you're constantly bottling up your feelings and emotions. You don't want no situation like that.
No, for sure.
Okay.
So, do you guys typically ghost, or do you guys communicate? Not specifically in a relationship, but just in general.
Ooh. I mean,
Well, I say do both. Answer both.
I say, I'm not gonna lie. I have a tendency of just going ghost until somebody reach out, because I really don't. There's no nice way to say I don't want to talk to you no more. It is. I don't know how to communicate that. Like,
Okay, so you think that's why a lot of men ghost, because they don't know how to say I don't want to deal with you anymore.
Yeah, I will say that, because I mean, for me, my past experiences, that is why. Like I don't know every guy's reason. I know that is like the reason for some men. I don't want to come out saying anything that may hurt your feelings, anything like that. Like if the vibe wasn't there, like actions speak louder than words. So it's like, I don't want to have to tell you something that you can kind of like, I ain't text you in 2 days, 3 days, I ain't answering none of your calls. Like,
Some people be needing like a conversation though.
like, so you want me to tell you why?
I mean, me.
So if you text me 10 times, call me 3 times,
I'm not gonna do all that though.
That's a sign.
That's definitely a sign.
Like it's like
some
you
people
did
need
all that.
like, hey,
So
I don't want to be with you.
It's like what I don't. It's not that. That's easier said than done, Kayla.
Very much easier.
That's it. Like yo, what's up? I don't think it's gonna work.
You ain't gotta call her.
I mean, you could send
So what,
you
I'm
could
supposed
send
to
like a
send a
nice
text?
a nice little message. Like
Okay.
if she keeps like texting and texting and texting, like has that happened to you before?
What?
Like you went
Like
out
I
with
tried to
somebody
put
and
somebody-
they ghosted them.
And they just kept texting. Nah, I don't be dealing with no crazy like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, say that it did happen. Like I feel like it's more respectful to just like tell her like, hey, like you cool and everything, but I don't really see this going anywhere. Or
I feel you. I feel you.
But personally, also, I feel like if somebody not responding back to your text and you keep seeing it go through or what, like it's kind of like
let's be
you,
real. Everybody,
yeah,
everybody
you
has
should
ghosted
know.
somebody before.
You
for
know.
sure. So if it's not a relationship, like if it's not a relationship, especially something we haven't had long term, you might get ghosted because some of the people I'm cool with long term, I might have ghosted them in the past.
So you feel like some people don't need like no explanation. Like if we ain't serious, then I can just not text.
That part.
I mean, yeah, technically you don't owe them anything if y'all are not
like
together.
if nothing solidified, like it's no real obligation in the talking phase. It's like if I didn't talk to you, that lets you know. Like if we're in the talking phase and I just stop talking, I mean I ain't trying to talk no more. Like,
That's real.
I should
That's real.
have to tell you that I don't want to. Like if we're just talking and then I stop talking, it's like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like we grown. You
She
got
wants
common
you
sense.
bad. Oh,
I mean, that's understood, but don't lose yourself trying to get me.
Yeah.
he said you her man.
Nah, this keep texting is insane though. Like,
Facts. Okay. Do long-term relationships automatically equate to a marriage in the future?
No.
No.
I do
LOL.
not think so.
I've been in a couple long-term relationships. I ain't married yet.
You feel me?
How long term?
Like my longest relationship?
But what if you was not on and off, like the whole time
Yeah.
was like together, good vibes, but it was just long? Like, even though like you got history, would you still see yourself with somebody else and just wouldn't just propose?
Nah, I would. I feel like after, I ain't gonna. Like, you gotta think, being with somebody 10, like, imagine you been with somebody 10 years out and been in a relationship. Like, you really don't see us, like, if y'all don't work out, then y'all just gonna, it's just gonna be an open relationship. Like, you don't go from dealing with each other 10 years to, all right, now I'm gonna be fully committed to another person. Like, you essentially starting over. Like, your complete love life, everything. Like, even if this is a situation your friends gonna know about, a 10-year situation, your mom gonna know about that. Like, there's gonna be there's gonna be holidays. You ain't gonna show up 10 years to each event by yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be real. Like, that's not finna happen for a straight decade. You pulling up dolo, that's not happening. So it's like.
So only if it's just off and on.
I mean, me personally, I feel like the end goal is still to get married. Like, so
So would you stay in something? You know that you don't want to marry this person, but like,
You just got history.
yeah.
would I? No, I wouldn't do that.
So it's not really no like real problem, but you just know that this is not somebody you want to marry. Maybe like how would you go about ending that?
Yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough, because for me, it would probably be easier for the female to bring up the marriage topic, and I can kind of, elaborate on that, rather than me as a man bring that up or bring that to the table. It's like, dang, you really don't like me. Like, you really don't want to be with me, rather than you bring it up. I'm like, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. Like, so imagine you bring it up, I can put the ball back in your court. Like, I really don't know how I feel about that. You as a woman bring it up, wanting to be a wife, hearing that, you gonna check out.
Yeah. So you would rather her break up with you?
Yeah, because I mean, I would definitely prefer that, but I mean, that's tough. Like, cause it's like being with somebody for 7 years, or something like that. Like, I out of nowhere not want to marry them. Like, that's tough. Like, it's like, yeah, we got this far, and it's like, I just don't think nothing's gonna come from it. Like, I can't fix my mouth and say that. Like, so
you would just stick it in?
I would keep fighting, trying to figure it out. For real, until, like, unless it really gets to a point where it's like, dealing with you was unbearable. I don't see nothing coming from it. Like, the potential was gone. I have no hope for this at all. So,
Dang.
but just because you're in a long-term relationship does not mean marriage, though. It does not mean that. I mean, that's definitely my end goal. But you can be in something years at a time, and it may not lead to that. Like, for some people, that's their reality. I'm not saying that's mine. That I don't want to make that my reality, but that is a reality for some people.
Okay, I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, is the 90-day rule true for guys? As a guy, can you determine if you want to be with someone long term within the first couple of months of dating? You know how people talk about the 90-day rule?
Yeah, that is true. Do guys know if we want to be with them in the first 90 days?
Because, dating and being in a relationship is two different things. So, you're dating somebody I feel like most people put on a good front for about 90 days. And then you start kind of seeing their real personality. So
I feel like the 90-day rule pertains to, like, sex and stuff.
Well, both. It's like, it could be sex, it could be friendships, it could be relationships. pretty much in anything within 90 days, you can see somebody's true personality.
That is true. You want to answer that?
All right, so I feel like you could determine if you want to deal with a person in the first couple of days, first couple of months for sure. Because, I mean, it take a couple months, it take like 60 days to build new habits. So we talking about just knowing after a couple months if I want to spend some more time with this person, like, yeah, I'll for surely know by those couple of days if like I can make this something that's more long term or if it's like it's not gonna work out basically.
So would you ask them to be like your girlfriend after 90 days then? Like,
Right,
would you make it official?
I don't know. I feel like it depends on where we both crossing each other's paths at in life. If we feel like it's time to make it official, because in any relationship, it is between the two people, but it's just, you know, life's so complex. You never know what somebody full package come with for real, you know. So shit, some people it might be 90 days, some people it might be more, depending on where our feelings is at. Because I ain't gonna lie, people do a lot of strange things out of love. Like, you know, love is something that we don't fully have control over all the time.
Okay, I feel it. How about you? Do you think?
So I want to say, in the past, I didn't ask the girl to be my girlfriend in 2-3 weeks. You talking about 90 days? I didn't figure it out in a couple weeks. I'm like, I didn't seen enough. I can figure the rest out. But I was definitely young when I did that. Now, 90 days, it can be enough time depending on what she's showing you. She's, you know, really being open, showing that she really, you know, wants something out of this. Like, she's being intentional about things, being consistent with conversation. Is like, you're going to get the feeling of wanting that consistently. So it's like, naturally, like, if she's doing that, we going to end up wanting to make that ours. Like, I need this every day. I need to lock this down. Like, so it's like, if she's selling herself within them first 90 days, that's definitely possible. Like, to know, like, all right, you have it in you. I see the potential. Like, essentially, them first 90 days is an interview for both sides. So it's like, you showing me this, I'm showing you this. All right, that's enough to move forward for another 90 days to a year, possibly, or a decade. So I feel like it's crucial. Them first 90 days are very crucial, but you can peak potential in the first 90 for sure.
Okay, so for the females watching this, what's too long? Like, when do you think a female should walk away? Like, y'all been dating for too long. You don't have like
a ring?
Not a ring, just a girlfriend status.
Oh, you talking about, so from talking to girlfriend, how long?
Well, I'll put kind of talking and, well, I feel like, you know, you talking and then you dating and then relationship. So I would say dating
before relationship. How long should you do that? Before making it official. I mean, that's not one of those type of timeline things. Like, it has to make sense. You both parties have to, you know, want this. Like, you can, a guy can present, you know, things to you, buy more time. Like, you can be convinced that what he's saying is true. Like, it can be a ton of different situations. It all depends on if she's willing to wait, if he's convincing, if all of that aligns, that can go on forever. Like, honestly,
I'll say there is no too long for sure.
Like, there's no too long.
See, look, I mean, it's people that's been friends and never did anything with each other. You know what I'm saying? And in their mind, they might still be feeling like it could be an opportunity in life where me and this person could build a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
No sex involved. No timeline.
At all.
Yeah, no. If y'all not having no sex, I definitely agree. Like this, you don't know what can happen. Like we may be attracted to each other right now, but the stars don't align. 5 years from now, all right, we can try it out. We don't have no previous history preventing this from happening. But if I was, with this being my sister, I wouldn't want her talking to no guy more than like 3-4 months. Like you just what y'all doing? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my perspective. Like being a bigger brother though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, well, yeah, like 3, like for me, it's one of those things. Like have a standard, have some respect for yourself. Don't be that accessible for that long. Like that's one of those things. And then at the same time, applying that pressure will weave out the right type of men for you.
Right.
Like you hold that standard for yourself while you're in the dating stage. It's like, okay, he didn't meet this, that's a red flag. It's too early to be dealing with, inconsistencies and just random BS. Like, you don't want to be dealing with that. Like, this is your life, that your heart that you're essentially playing with. You want your emotions to be in a good space. You want to, be able to trust the person that you with. Y'all be able to grow and love each other for the rest of your lives. So it's like it definitely it has to make sense.
Right.
Like I always say, that it just has to make sense.
Okay. I feel it.
Yeah.
But my blood, I don't know. What you doing? How much time? Like,
Yeah.
it's different between friends and family. The standard is completely different. I honestly shouldn't even know until he the boyfriend, because if I know about him and then y'all not boyfriends, it's like, all right, what you doing? Like, he ain't the boyfriend. Why he in the house then?
Yeah.
Like, it's this. I shouldn't even know about him until he the boyfriend.
I feel it. Okay.
Okay, guys, so we have a new segment, and it's called Ask Your Host Your Questions, Our Answers. You ask, and we answer. So we had one of our viewers write in, and we're going to share their story.
Okay, so they knew that this was going to be a episode where guys were going to be on the show, so we told them to, write in if they felt like they had like a little situation or whatever that they wanted to ask some guys. So they wrote in and they said, "Hey, exclusive baddies, I've been dating this guy on and off for years. In the past year, we moved in together and the topic of marriage has come up. But every time I bring it back up seriously, he shuts me down and we get in disagreements about the time frame we should get married. I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to settle down and I want to have kids. I need to know, what makes a guy know that you're the one, and should I continue to wait on him or move on?"
I mean, like we talked about from some of the questions that we had to answer, maybe he's just not financially there, or it could be something else. But I'll let y'all continue off of that for real, because I mean, sometimes it's your choice to wait for real. How long you want to wait?
Okay.
Before I answer, I feel like I need more details of how long they've been together, because you said they just moved in. Like he just mentioned, is he in a good financial space? Like, I don't want to jump the gun and say, yeah, you should leave and do this, because it's like, I never want to suggest that, but it's like, okay, like, if you watching this and say I've been together for since high school, y'all rocking out, and you haven't seen the necessary growth or the potential of things, like turning in your favor with all the time that you've already invested in this, like, you at some point you have to start considering what's best for you. Like, you know what you want, you've been transparent about it, like you've expressed it. So it's like, if you know what you want and you've actually put forth the time and effort and expressed that, it's like, okay, now you should feel comfortable doing what's necessary for you. And if that's believing in trying something different, it's like, go for it, but you just have to be understanding to the fact that you may not find nobody else either. So it's like, you walking away for this reason, just be understanding to the fact that you may not find what you want to see on the other side either. Like,
so she also asked, what makes a guy know that you're the one?
Like, so for me, if I know she's the one, when I don't have to ask. It's literally that simple. Like, when I don't have to ask.
Well, I guess she wants to know.
When he don't have to ask. That's one like when everything is when it comes down to simple stuff like
You gonna choose who chooses you. You feel me?
yeah.
Like, for real, like you shouldn't have to ask. If you really know, you gonna know.
So then clearly she's not the one. That's what y'all are saying. Because she's asking.
Well, choose who chooses you for real. Like,
Okay.
She is asking.
I'm sorry, girl, but they're saying that you're not the one.
did we say that?
Pretty much. Is that what you
I
heard,
didn't
Caitlin?
say that.
Not say that.
Is that what you heard?
We don't even know all the details to say
They
that.
said it twice.
We
Like,
don't even know all the details.
They
to
said if he
actually
know,
say
he
that.
gonna know. He gonna wake up
But-
and just know you the one.
right?
sis.
If she had to ask, like, she's to the point where she felt like she needed to ask and write all of this.
Yeah, if you,
So
if-
she
I
feel
ain't
like
gonna
he
lie,
don't know.
If you do gotta, yeah, because I ain't never had to ask.
So
My girl
she
ain't
should
never
leave
had to
him.
ask me. This is one of those things where we've talked about it. Like, okay, by this, like we want to handle this. This is what we're focusing on. This is what we're trying to be. Then at the third, like it's a mutual understanding. It's not, hey, do you plan on marrying me?
So so why they move in together?
It was cheaper to stay together.
See,
Okay,
yeah,
so
and that's
he
a
said
problem
it's
right
cheaper.
there too. Cause honestly, especially if it's just your first time getting a place, like I don't think you just want to move in with anybody off the rip. Like that's when you're just gonna start seeing all the habits and just the daily stuff that they got going on. You might just get irritated and want to get away from this person faster than it really would be if y'all just took your time in a different way. You know,
Okay, I feel it.
you just move in by yourself. You feel me? Get your own place and just figure it out.
I feel like you're just pushing it off.
what
You avoiding at some point you're gonna experience.
Yeah.
It's like, do you
That's
want to
right.
deal with this now or do you want to deal with this later?
Man.
So
I'd rather see what I'm dealing with early so I know if I want to deal with it later, rather than I'm staying down with you, staying positive, hoping for the best, and I see something that I really dislike, and now it's like, what am I about to do? Like,
Tell her.
I'm talking about after we done already moved in together, like, and like he said, certain financial situations, you just gonna move in with somebody and then just tell them like, nah, F this, I can't even do this with you no more.
that's easy. Like, it's easy
No.
to done.
That's for sure easier said than done.
I feel like y'all saying like if you don't like her cleanliness, then it's just like you wanted to know that, so you got with her before y'all really tied the knot.
It ain't even that. She
Or just see
may
her
not
habits.
want to cook. She may have people in the house. May
But y'all gotta have those conversations though. That's what you have to have those conversations when you get married and move
everything
in.
has to align.
And if you already on them bad and really love them, it's like at that point, y'all can make stuff and make changes rather than like, we not even dating that long. We dating a couple years and I just need help with this rent and we move in. I don't even love you that much and I'm dealing with this stuff, so I don't even want to change. At that point, that's how I would be thinking.
So essentially, what is the final verdict?
She need to leave.
She need to move on.
And she don't need to wait.
If you've been with dude for at least a 10, get up out of there.
Dang, sis.
Yeah, nah.
Say goodbye to them kids.
Like,
Right.
if they got kids together,
She want kids.
Yeah, she wants kids. No, I ain't gonna say goodbye to the kids. She can still have her kids.
Just
She just
not with
needs to,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta be able to communicate that with each other at least, you know?
like you sis, you gotta do your due diligence and be very transparent as to why you want to do this at this time. Like, make him aware of the whole timeline with you being able to have kids the right way. Make him aware of like your career timeline, where you want to be. Like, just don't put out there that you just want to be a wife and want to be married. Like that's not gonna do nothing but really irritate me for real. Like that's obviously the end goal when we dating. Like, so if you just coming with that, I can see why he's shutting it down. Like, come, like, your man, come with your convincing facts to put him in an understanding place. Like that's all you have to do as the woman, if you can do that, then you know you the one. If you can't have that conversation, then it's like, okay, like it's something obvious, right?
No, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. The only people that be shutting stuff down be the females for the most part. Like, if a man is shutting the conversation down, it gotta be something wrong with it, because
For sure.
it's no shutting down the conversation. You feel me? Like,
we listen to understand.
Like, no, that's a fact, sure.
Like we would at least try to listen, understand. We're not just gonna listen to respond.
Like, it's for sure a reason he not trying to answer that. That's a fact for sure, because, you know, people gonna have to answer.
Take some accountability, sis. You doing something.
Don't y'all trying to put it on her.
You doing? I ain't. But don't ignore it either. Don't sit here and think that you just completely perfect and just deserve the ring. Like, that's all. I'm not saying you're at fault, but like, let's be real with ourselves. Like, we not perfect individuals. Like, sometimes we have mood swings. We not feeling this person. We may come off like a different type. So it's like, don't not consider that with the expectation of being a wife.
I feel it.
Like, if you cooking, cleaning, you taking care of him like how he's supposed to, no arguing, you keeping yourself up to par, like you staying
No arguing
attractive.
kills me. Like, you think that y'all never gonna get into arguing.
Nah, you are, but this, you can avoid it. Like, you can have disagreements, but you don't have to argue about the disagreements. Like, there's a way to communicate everything.
Yeah.
Like, so yes, I do believe that. Like, we go have disagreements. The argument does not have to take place. Like, it does not have to. Like, we do not have to be yelling. I don't have to talk down on you. I don't have to disrespect you to get this across. We don't. Like, no, I do not agree with that.
Nah, yeah, for sure. It depends on how you start the relationship, because especially as a guy, if you just don't even get into that at the start, then they already know. Like, it's not even gonna be no arguing at the end of the day. Like, you know, we're gonna figure this out by communicating or giving each other a little bit of space, whatever we gotta do. But you don't even gotta get into arguing with some people, because, I mean, if you got a mature relationship like that, they're not even gonna really argue like that, you know?
I feel it.
Both parties prioritize peace. You're not gonna have too much arguing.
Sure.
Okay. So our last segment on our show is called "What Would You Do?"
So basically, with this story, it's like a guy took a recent girl that he started dating out on a date, and you know, the bill came back and it was over $2,000. If this was you in this position, what you gonna do? I mean, the bill got to get paid regardless. So,
would you even spend that type of money on a girl on the first date?
This
First
is
date
me
is
and
crazy.
her.
$2,000 on the first date is beyond.
I mean, he posted it and he was like flexing the bill though. So,
Bro, I know he did not pay for that.
I guess he did.
I'm not gonna lie. $2,000 on the first date. Buns gotta be solidified.
Got to. First off,
Like, that's outrageous. Like, I'm paying for more than food at this point.
Nah,
There's
dude.
no steak or lobster,
Man.
mac and cheese, asparagus out there worth $2,000. Nowhere.
We paying for a good time.
Yeah, that $2,000,
There's no way.
$2,000 that's for that happy ending.
That's what it gotta be for.
Like, no, I would never.
$2,000 on the first date.
So y'all saying that y'all would pay for it?
No,
You would pay for it, but
so what you gonna do?
So
Just walk out?
that's
even paying for that
so you
by
gotta think
myself,
in those type of situations. Technically, we have to or we go to jail. So it's like, what I'm telling you is, if I have to, I'm telling you what she has to do. Like,
So y'all gonna have to split the bill.
Yeah. We could
split the
it's
bill
gonna
and
be-
split the balls.
Yeah,
It's up to y'all. The ball is in y'all court.
There's no way.
Like, the ball, like, yeah, straight up. You pay for your food, I pay for mine, or it's the other way. Like, there's no way around it. There's honestly, like, $2,000 is no way around it.
There's
I'm
no
sorry,
way
sweetheart.
around it.
I'm
'Cause
sorry
at
that
this
you felt
point-
like I was a baller. I don't know what I did that insinuated that to run up $2,000, but we're not doing that. $2,000.
why would I be paying on it? Right? Why would I even be?
I know you're about to feel like saying no, man.
I mean, I wouldn't expect no man to do that.
Yeah,
Why would I be spitting that buddy?
Right, why would I even be?
Why would y'all expect me to do it?
Because I
mean, I
know
wouldn't expect
me
them to do
personally, I'm
that.
not even eating nothing that's worth no 2 bands or a band like in one sitting like that. No.
I'm not even spending more than $300 on a date, bro. Like 300 is a solid date. You can get what you want, I can get what I want. We can drink what we want, and that's a hookah.
I want to know where they
That's
went that made it that expensive. That's what I want to know.
That boy Jordan must have autographed that steak or something before he cooked it. Like 2 bands is crazy.
What was they eating for real?
But also, I mean, I'm not saying that it's okay to pay 2 bands, but sometimes a first date could be with somebody that you already knew, you know, like
You trying to
somebody that you
impress
were
them.
friends with for
That is
years,
true.
and then y'all just now realizing that like it might be feelings there or something.
Yeah, I should.
So it's not somebody that it's just a stranger.
If
It's
that's
somebody,
the case, I shouldn't have to spend 2 bands. I should be able to take you to Applebee's.
Bye.
Have a good
Apple.
time.
Come on, now. If you messed
Yep.
up. If the history is already there, the restaurant should matter.
You trying to impress her?
Yeah,
though.
No,
exactly.
I'm not
Bitch,
trying to impress you. You know me for real. I'm not
She
trying
don't-
to impress.
But you
I'm
trying
she
just,
don't know you in
Trying to
that way
impress
though.
no, I'm at this point. We're just expressing how we feel about each other. I'm not trying to impress you. I already got you. That's how we here. Now we're trying to figure out, is this worth it? Like moving past friends or not? That's what we're trying to do. I don't have to impress you to do that. I have to impress you to talk to you.
I don't know. I feel like Applebee's is like.
I mean, I was
You could do a little bit
I
better
definitely
than
could do.
Applebee's.
I'm definitely not taking nobody to Applebee's. But I'm saying if I had a friend or somebody I was interested in, you know, I met her 3, 4, 5 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't have to do the most. Like, you know me for real. Like,
Yeah.
Like you know. 3 to 5 years, you know what type of lifestyle I live. Have you seen me at this $2,000 restaurant before? Why do you think that I'm gonna take you there? Because it's a possibility that we like each other now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not switching up now. Nah.
I feel it. Okay, so we want to thank you guys so much for coming on our podcast today.
So good.
Before we check out, make sure you guys shout yourselves out. Tell them where they could reach y'all and find y'all on social media.
Alright.
I ain't got too many platforms. Just on Instagram. Be like Mike _25. Follow me. I follow back. I might.
Hey, I'm on Instagram too at ic.g3 and my podcast channel High Intellect Podcast. And yeah.
Okay, make sure you guys tune in, check that out.
Oh yeah, and don't forget too, listen to my new music at ONEG3 too.
Okay, period.
Yep.
Y'all tap in for sure. So thank you guys so much for watching. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Apple Podcasts. So make sure you guys check us out. New episodes dropping each and every Friday. We're on all platforms, like I just said, at Xclusive Tea Talk Show. Again, it's your host, Jai.
And Kay.
And we will see you guys next Friday. Bye.